Alright, folks. We're obviously gaining some ground. People are looking at what we're doing. People are seeing things for what it is. I get a lot of complaints. I get a lot of people asking, well, how do I defend myself cyclically? How do I defend myself magically? How do I keep, goetic demons from attacking me? How do I keep angelic entities from attacking me? Well, a lot of people don't understand, and this is one of the secrets that we have. And everybody says, "Whoa, but Adam, your books are so obvious. Everything's just out in plain sight, and you try to hide things in there, but you really don't." And that's where you fuckers are wrong. Okay? Yes. For those of you who have been interested in us, should at least have this on PDF at minimum. There's obviously the nightly rituals in the back. Okay? But other than what the book tells you about self-programming, do you even understand what you're doing with these rituals? Do you even understand the point of these quote-unquote prayers? What are Zoroastrian prayers for? Why have we rewritten the Zoroastrian prayers into Ahrimani prayers? Why? What is it that Zoroastrianism does? Because you guys know everything. You guys argue with us about everything we say. Bottom line is, those are prayers that are part of the nightly rituals, because the nightly rituals are to take some dumb fuck cluck jackass who's never practiced a ritual, who's never studied an occult book, who doesn't know fucking jack shit, and to make them a working sorcerer by the time it's said and done. And what you guys don't understand is that they're not only preparing themselves, they're only going through the internal psychological changes, they're also preparing and changing the area in which they're doing the rituals in. That's why we do not call it a decompression chamber. We call it a ritual chamber. You're ritualizing in there, and these Zoroastrian type prayers, these exterior prayers, are designed to call in Drug. If you go into the book and actually open the book and actually read what's in the book, you to actually read it, you got to open it and actually read the damn thing. What is the first prayer that's presented to you? The invocation of Drug. Wickedness is the worst of all evil. It is also fulfillment. Fulfilled is the man who is with chaotic wickedness. Think about this. What is a Drug? A Drug is a minor negative spiritual entity that acts like a cockroach. So what you're doing on a spiritual level is you are bringing in a spiritual infestation of cockroaches. A spiritual infestation of maggots, of flies, scorpions, serpents. This is what you're bringing into your area. You could take these same prayers and go to your job and say this shit out loud every fucking day. You can go into a damn Catholic church and do that shit. You can go wherever the fuck you want. Make those prayers. Keep doing them day in and day out, and you're going to create a Drug infestation in that area. And you're also attuning your mind to wickedness and what the Drug do. I guess the best metaphor I can bring to you is think of the xenomorphs from Aliens. If you've ever played the games, they're called Stargate games, I could be wrong, StarCraft, the Zerg. Okay? If you ever played Diablo, like in the first Diablo, when you go into the bug chamber, it's all the bugs underground. When you play Diablo 3, it's all the spiders, and the spiders have taken over the entire cave. That's what you're doing. Any domicile, any room is just like a cave. You can bring in them Drug and infest it with the Drug. And it's all a will of yourself. And once that gets going, then we have what is called Ahriman's sacred mantra. And you'll see this when we do the Yagyu ritual outside. I'll go in front of all four corners and I will say this prayer. When we did the Christmas Eve deal, again, I did all four corners and I said this prayer. This prayer pushes away and knocks down any auric, angelic, or etheric form that is around you. This is the way to dismiss and dispel your enemy that is around you. And it's very simple. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. The favor of Akatasha. Akatasha is a name. Look it up. I'm not going to do everything for you. Akatasha is the name of a specific druid. Look it up. To the deeds done in this world for Menu. Obviously, Angar Menu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angar father. Well, who is fulfilled? The man with chaotic wickedness. So if you're feeding the man with chaotic wickedness, then you're giving him the power to drive off the Ahuras, the Asuras, the angels. That's what that is. It is to drive them off. You're driving them off the devil's vengeance. Does that make sense? And then the last major prayer is the possession prayer. And this is when you're bringing in the divs and the devas. Avan. Akatasha. Again, we're looking at Akatasha. Then we have Nahatian. Nahatian is Shiva. Okay? And we're talking about the Druze populating. So now you are bringing in, and what Nahatian represents is blasphemy, and also represents that you're not happy with what's around you. You want more. You want better. You want better things. So now you're bringing in a Dave, you're bringing in a Div, and you have all the Druge, and you're possessing the space. Once you have that whole space possessed, bammo, your ritual chamber's set. You got enough spiritual entities, you got enough nasty following you around, and there it is. So when you think about these prayers, other than just being a self-programming device to focus your mind on what you're trying to become, realize that you are changing the spiritual atmosphere of the space of what you are in. And that is the point of the Zoroastrian aspect of things that we do, is to deal with the exterior. When we're moving into the Tantra, that's moving into dealing with the interior and pushing it out into the exterior. I hope this makes sense and helps everybody with why we do these prayers. Thank you.